spinning the wheel, cameras rolling, it's all surreal. Who's the guest today? Who's the guest today? Record spinning, always winning. Rikus, Nemo, questions pinning. Andrew calls the shot, don't miss the frame. Hobby hooligan, what's your name?
Hey, hobby hooligans. My name is Nemo, president of Amigos Radio Club, Ashtabula, and amateur radio enthusiast. And welcome to Ashtabula Hobby Talk. I am here with...
Hey, my name's Rikus, owner of Captain's Comics in North Kingsville, Ohio. I love comic books and everything hobbies. Welcome.
Hey, and we've got a great guest tonight, and let's go ahead and just bring him straight in. Brian Stoneman. Brian, come on into the group here with us. All right, we got you brought in here, and you know his hobby is pretty cool. You've got a lot of hobbies, Brian, and when people ask me about you and I'm describing you to them, I say, well, and this is the coolest part of what you do to me, is because I know photography is part of your hobby, but you're really big into RC drifting and also into crawlers, and that's kind of what we're here talking about tonight. But one of the things you do that I really like is when you build the little RC crawlers and you get them all set up, and then you take them out into the real world and take pictures of them to make them look real. That's an art right there in itself, to make them look like they're a real vehicle just crawling
inside of a hobby.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us tonight, man. And how you been? Good.
It's cold, but
yeah,
ready for it to be warm again.
Yeah, it looks like we're in for some warmer weather next week. That'd be great.
I'm seeing it. I'm hoping.
This is negative temperatures.
I'm ready for it. But no, you know what? As far as the whole I do appreciate that. As far as going into the kind of taking the RC hobby and taking it out into the real world. That is just one thing that's just I absolutely love doing that. I love trying to make it look as real as possible. It's one of those what's that phrase? Do the weird little things that makes your weird little heart happy or something like that. So I try to adhere to that.
So how long have you been doing RC stuff, man?
Oh man, so I want to say about 2018 is when I got into RC drifting. I went to Pittsburgh for a car show called Steel City Expo, and it was a tuner car show, and I'm going around taking pictures and everything, and just out the corner of my eye, I see a car flat, was that a car shape? Just a little mini car shape just slide across the floor. And I saw it again, and it was one of those wait a minute, was that a mini Nissan Solati? Okay, yes it was. I went and checked it out, and I was like, hey, do you mind if I take a couple pictures of this thing? And he's like, yeah, by all means, if you want to give it a try too. I'm like, what? And so I was meeting my buddy Brock, and so we ended up kind of talking and hanging out. And I got my first car. It was actually a HPI RS4 Sport 3. It was an all-wheel drive car. And I played with it maybe once or twice and then kind of shelved it. Ended up selling that to a coworker and then ended up buying my first rear-wheel drive car, an MST RMX 2.0. And it's totally different environment. The rear-wheel drive, anybody that tells you that all-wheel drive is the way to drift, they're wrong. I'm sorry. It's got to be a rear-wheel drive. And then so we started sliding it at his house, literally in his basement. And because I work every other weekend, it's okay. So I have to miss out on events and everything like that, or I have to miss out on their going out together or whatever, having their drift events and everything. And just one day in the group chat, somebody posted a picture of these trucks, and I was kind of like, "Hey, what's that?" And they were like, "Yeah, that's us. Those are RC crawlers." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm kind of intrigued." And it's become a rabbit hole, and just so literally since 2018, 2019, yeah, it's just been just going.
Seems kind of fun. What kind of obstacle courses do you guys set up? You guys like put like objects in there and try to drift around things, or is it just like a plain
Uh,
like circle?
so I wish I had a picture to share with you now, but I actually was just up at Hobbytown, and we had like so we actually have a pretty large section that's all P-tile, and every so we try to do this every 3 to 4 months is to change the layout. So we actually like tape down everything, basically like set up a course as far as having like a large sweeper, a large straight section, and then a couple technical turns rather, and then every once in a while, yes, we will put something on track to be like something to either hit on purpose or to try and miss it to do a little game of limbo, so, like almost like kind of the how low can you go. It's like can you drift between this? Like, if you have to run a shallower angle, fine, but just like don't drive straight through it. And then
So,
with
mhm.
what's up?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, so as far as crawling, on the other hand, generally speaking, we don't really set up uh, an actual obstacle per se. It's just more like, hey, here's rocks, have fun. And just like sometimes we'll just set them up and just kind of goof off with that.
What's the best kind of platform to drift on? You talking about like a rock, like a dirt platform, or like a basement where it's all like cement slabs, or a special kind
I
of
would
track?
say so. It is a special kind of track. It's called P-tile. Let me see if I can actually like pull up a new tab here. If I can actually like get a good idea about what that actually is. Um, but hang tight. So it is. Yeah, it is actually like a tile that has been just absolutely blowing up, and everybody's pretty much running it. Um, it's let's see. I apologize.
Nope, you're good, man.
Let's see. Um, yeah, it's so it is a vinyl composition, and it does have some softness to it, but it is basically, if you were to look at it from any other perspective, you're just going to look at it and be like, that's just floor tile, right? And it's like, yes and no. It does have like a special composition to it that it, believe it or not, actually like lets us slide a little bit better, especially like once you polish it. And we also have like different tires for different surfaces and everything. We have carpet, we have concrete, dirt. No, it's like I heard, since going back to how you mentioned dirt, definitely not, because that's
That's the
going to get
worst then, huh?
everywhere. Oh yeah, yeah, we don't want that.
I mean,
Um, so
how
when we
intricate do
started
you
out,
get into the drifting? Do you like weigh your car in a certain way, or push some weights in the back or in the front or the side of it? Do you get like really detailed into this?
sometimes you can. So there's like the aesthetic side as well as the actual, technical side. So when it comes to doing the actual competitions, that's where we are going to be a little bit more strict about how we weigh the cars. As far as we actually put it onto a scale where all four tires are on individual scales, and we can say like, okay, you have like a forward weight bias, a rear weight bias, overall weight of the car. Then we also have to measure it, like how far out is your wheels? Are It's like if it's too wide, you can't run that. If it's too narrow, that's technically illegal. How tall is the car? And these are rules that we adhere to that are set by SDC out in California, but that has literally gone worldwide
Oh wow.
to include us. I'm fortunate enough to have like, let's say I'm not gonna say I'm fortunate enough. We are fortunate enough to have Super Drift Championship, the Ohio chapter, up here in our hobby town in Menor, Ohio, and we've been hosting those for the past. This will be year three, actually.
So it sounds like you compete pretty often. What's how's one come to about to compete? What do you do? What's it like?
show up. So what's it like?
What's the rules and
It
guidelines
is.
and
hmm, Oh man. So that part is something I would have to like get my roommate Scott in on. He'd be able to explain the actual rules a little bit better than I could.
just the basics?
However, yeah, just the basics. So, all right. So basics is proximity, angle, consistency, style. Those are kind of the big things. Proximity because you have a chase run and then a lead run. So chase run, you're chasing your opponent. Lead run, your opponent's chasing you. And you want to, and when it comes to proximity, basically you do want to be on top of the other driver, but you don't want to be like smacking into them. That's just it will chances are that will force a one more time. Um, but if you can mirror the other driver, then you're going to do really well. Um, Proximity again, like you don't want to be too far behind. You obviously don't want to, be smashing into the other person. So it is a matter of control and so exercising control of your car.
So a lot of the rules is you have to
Um,
be pretty close to the other, predict the other move. You're not trying to take the lead. You're trying to mimic.
the mirror, yeah. You like so you don't have to be you don't have to be on top of them. Like if you're running a good line and like you're following the pretty well, then that works. But it there's always other opportunities like if you're running a lead run and you wreck, okay, that's automatically zero no matter what. You could run a gorgeous line, you could run perfectly the rest of the event. Doesn't matter. You wrecked your car, so that's unfortunately zeroes you out. Other person moves on.
So when you
We
say
do
wreck,
sometimes so
obviously
I
the
should say
physics
wreck.
of these aren't to the point where you're going to destroy the car bumping into the side rails, right?
No, it's okay. So I shouldn't say necessarily say wreck. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the finger quotes up there, but more like we actually have a pole right in the middle of the track because well, it's part of the structure of the building that we're in, so we kind of have to just deal with it. And so one of our Super Drift Championship events, I actually ran right into that pole, and it was like, "All right, dude, that's you're done." That kind of just knocked you out. So it doesn't actually like destroy the car. Like we'll say wreck, but realistically, that could involve anything from spinning out to just like you hitting it. Like I have hit a wall where it's like, hey, the car like literally bumped up, and now like the back end is sitting on top of this wall. I can't move. Guess what? It is what it is. You're zero. Um,
Okay.
It's
as
harsh.
far as you know, when it comes to the consistency part, and this is where I thankfully we have two cameras set up. Actually, we have three cameras set up. We usually have a camera. We live stream our events. We have a camera that's facing the actual starting line, and then we have two cameras that are looking down on the track. So you can watch your footage and see what happened, where like why the judges made the call they did, and I again like for me, I know where I've done it is I've straightened out where I should have been consistently sliding. It's like straightened out it's like just once. That's all it takes is just once, and you're like, sorry, dude, that's gonna be it.
So when you're out there with another
And
car, it's sort of like a dance when you're out there. Uh, it's sort of like a dance with a video game and a RC, like all that.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
obviously, you could do single runs, and that gets judged differently.
Yeah, we so usually we'll do so when it comes to the single runs though, that is more of like it is a scoring system where we do have so we'll have like banks and basically we'll set up like little squares that you want to try and hit and or at least like not really hit but like drive through or drive over and they will go ahead and score you accordingly and then place you like okay, you're going to be running first, you're going to be running, 30th, you're going to be running whatever. So, Um, I think the only other rules that we do have though, as well as like you have to have fresh tires. You cannot be like showing up with tires that you've been running all week. You have to have them fresh.
So how much do tires cost?
$20 for a set of four.
Oh, that's not bad. I wish my truck tires were that cheap.
And trust me, it adds up though. I mean, like I like I have. I sound like a complete nut when I say this, but I literally have 25 sets of wheels and tires for the micro crawlers. Just
Well, I know I saw a couple
I may
months
even
back. Maybe it was like 2 months ago or 3 months. It was before the weather started getting cold, and you were complaining about not getting enough lift out of the axle parts you were getting tied into the wheels, and uh, complaining about like, oh, these parts they're not good enough, even though they, you know they say they're supposed to be the pro parts, and they're not as good. And so I know I see you post a lot of that kind of stuff out there.
oh yeah. That's unfortunately that's just kind of how it is. Like, and I kind of feel like that's like almost with anything really, because like a lot of people will be like, it's. I think it comes down to like kind of personal experience. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, this worked out super good for me, and it's like, yeah, I didn't have such a good time, so I don't know what you're seeing, but okay, you know. Um, and like, and trust me, that's like where anybody will ask, and like that's like one of the worst questions that anybody can ask, especially when it comes to the crawler hobby. What are the best tires you can buy? That's like, why? Why did you have to ask that? That is,
I would imagine that's got to
ah,
make a difference on because of the terrain you're trying to get it through, the weight of the vehicle, all that stuff.
Yeah, just like any other vehicle.
Yeah.
there's a yep. Yeah, no, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, if you're running like really soft foams, if you're running stiff foams, if you're running inserts, stuff like that. Um, and that's, mind you, that's like getting into crawling and not drifting. Like, and with crawling, there's literally like so people will just say comping instead of like competition. Those ones like there's literally two governing bodies for the 1/10 scale, and then for the micros is specifically for the 1/24th. And those guys definitely get like they really really get like detailed as far as like they even have like a whole list of tires that are straight up banned. Like if you show up and you have these tires mounted, you're not competing.
Wow. So in the drifting arena, though, before we start talking about some of the other stuff, kind of what's the scale speeds that you guys are driving at?
So we generally are running 1/10 scale. Um, that's Yeah, that's pretty much about it. Just 1/10 scale. Um, there has been like kind of lately on the market has been go figure 1/24th scale for the drifters, and those are a little snappier. Like if you see the video, if you ever look up videos of RC drifting, they tend to be a little bit more smooth as far as like how they transition, how they slide around corners, everything along those lines. They tend to be a little smoother, but I've noticed with like the 1/24th, the smaller guys, they're a lot just like it's like okay, and then snap, and it's like okay, wait a minute,
When you're up there
I don't
competing
know. If
and you have your
yeah,
your car on there, you said there's like two different camera angles, one on the top of the finish line and one on top of the
yep,
track. What kind of point of
yeah,
view do
yeah.
you use when you drive? You watching the camera, or do you have like a GoPro inside the your car, or is there some you just do your own eyes on the track?
Full eyes on the track. You're like
So
you're
you
really driving, like paying attention to what you're doing. So the cameras is for the judges. But that's typically we can see that afterwards, unless we would because just for the fact that it literally does slow down the competition and everything. So if you want to contest something or like see it for yourself, we do kind of charge. It's going to sound so rude, but like we do charge like $10 for a review, just because again, that's forcing everybody to wait. So,
Sure.
and already with drifting, like when it comes to the comp side of drifting, you're already waiting because if you're not first, you're just going to basically just like just wait until your name's called. So just go hang out.
So I think kind of what Rikus was asking too was, I see a lot of RC guys, and they put, just like with the drones and the airplanes, uh they'll put a GoPro or something similar in the front of their car, and then they'll
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
actually put goggles on, or they'll have a screen on their controller. Is that
Yep.
something you guys do too, or is that not something you guys do?
Nah, that's like I've seen it maybe like twice, and it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, no, I've never actually like, um, it's a very uncommon thing.
I think it'd be a lot harder to
But
control the car that way.
I think so too, because like part of me feels like you could probably control it better if you can legitimately like feel it as you're driving.
Right.
Oh, put your with your RC car. You get your mic on when you're talking.
Let's see. Yeah,
Hear him?
yeah. Okay, I think it's working. I've
So
got
Andrew's
a
got
10th
something.
scale that I've put FPV in the front before. It's actually easier to control it when you can like see where you're going from the driver's POV.
You're coming at it from a drone point of view. You fly the drones.
No, I've put it in a RC car as well.
Right, but you have the experience of a drone first, and then RCA.
That is true. Yeah.
So you already got the mindset of your camera point of view on the drone.
Yeah,
Right.
I see what you mean, going from like looking at it driving and then looking through where you would be if you were actually driving it. Yeah, that definitely gets you have to get used to it. Oh my lord.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead, guys.
yeah. I always thought that a new Mario game, Mario Kart. I think you put on the goggles and you have like this actual RC car you can put around the house. I've seen people playing that.
Oh yeah,
That looked really cool, and I
yeah,
haven't
that
played
actually
that yet.
was fun.
So on the
Yeah,
crawler
that definitely
side
looks like
there,
a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-huh.
so on the crawler side, man, I just see so much. When I was looking into it, and I only looked at a couple places, it just seemed like there was just so much. You get instantly lost on trying to figure out where to start.
Yeah, I think that's what they
Oh
usually
yeah,
do.
no, 100. Yeah, yeah. It's like kind of one of those like what if you kind of like go slow into it, then like I kind of think it's like definitely one of those like kind of easier way in. Um, and like I've seen people that have like gone like just full bore and just built something up that's absolutely crazy, like a full blown class 3 rig, and then they're just out there killing it. I'm like, dude, wow, okay. Um, it's like the first crawler that I got um, is kind of a Frankenstein crawler. I bought it used. It wasn't an axial SCX 10-2 chassis or a 10 or just the OG 10. I'm not sure, but it had a bunch of brass and it like finding out later it actually had Red Cat axles and um it I wasn't too thrilled with it. It was fun, but at the same time, like I ended up kind of starting fresh. I sold that one, got a brand new 10-2 off of a unfortunately of a friend of ours that had passed and part of his estate was his RC stuff, and so I ended up snagging his 10-2, and I was just like, well, tell you what, I just don't want this body with it, and that's how I ended up getting the Jeep body. There's a body called the Deadbolt, and I don't really like the way the Deadbolt looks. It looks more like to me, it kind of looks like a very heavily modified Ford Bronco, but at the
I
same
had one of
time,
those.
yeah, it just some reason I just don't like it. It's just one of those like, yeah, I just don't like it.
What's your current
I'm very much
what's your current rig that you like to drive right now? You have a beside you right now, or could you describe it?
um I actually do tell you what, can you let me put the I actually have it just outside, but like let me go grab it. I could pull it up and show you.
Sure,
I
sure.
gotta put the
We'll
headphones
wait.
out for a second. All right, yeah, sure. I'll be right back.
Hey,
A little
did
bit
you
of a
ever
mess,
see the
sorry.
Mario Kart?
Yeah, and there's a I know I saw an arcade place where they where they have like they're a little bit bigger than the cars,
Yeah.
and you actually sit in a driving chair and drive, and it's got
What
the
is that
screen
called?
in front of you.
Nintendo Labo? Is that what that's called?
It's like a big arcade where you sit inside of it.
Yeah.
The Mario Kart thing. It's like the you have to put on a switch, like on a cardboard thing for that, or am I thinking of the old way they used to do it?
I think you do.
I can't remember, but I know
No,
what
no.
you're talking about. I have
Yeah.
seen people use those.
I
They're
seen
pretty
the
neat.
cars at Walmart, and I was thinking about
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
one.
All right, we got him back here.
All right. So,
Let's take a look
all
at this
right.
beast.
So there's a big boy. This is my
Oh,
STX 10 too.
that's bigger than I thought it would be.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it's so I got brass links on it from I want to say RC what was it RC Craze. Shoot. Why am I driving a blank? Drawing a blank on it because they literally sell it at HobbyTown, but there's no RC Addiction. So I have those. We've got SSD brass diff covers. I got a lot of brass on this guy. Um, I got some Racing tires or Racing Desert Lizards. Those are some really good shocks. Those are you'd be hard pressed to find anybody not running Racing Desert Lizards. What I love about those though, so the actual spring is on the inside instead of on the outside, and you can adjust it to be what's called sprung, where it's like just fully sitting as high as it can go, or doing a droop setup where it sits low, and then basically as it's going over rocks and everything, the wheels go down. So I prefer a droop setup. I kind of like the lower to the ground setup.
Sounds like a lot of these parts, man. We need to some of the people we've had on the show in the past, the fabricators and the 3D printer guys should get into this because it sounds like the difficulty in the parts and the custom parts would be something that they would be able to help you out with there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You can probably buy some 3D
Actually,
printed stuff on the market.
dude, look at it. You know what's funny? So like it's kind of funny that you mentioned that because I used to have a not so favorable opinion of Etsy. But I'll tell you what, it is like it's a hot spot for if you're looking for 3D printed stuff. Like it is absolutely a hot spot.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I've gotten stuff even for this guy. This is the SCX 24.
Now, see, that's more what I
So
thought it would be the size of.
Is there different types of class between those two?
yeah. So well, I mean, okay, so at least like comparatively, like you do your size, then yes, absolutely, because you go like this is your 10-2, then
Oh wow.
Yeah.
and then hold on, because like I was showing off the CX30 just a little bit earlier, the one that I just opened up. So again, keep in mind how big this guy is, how small this guy is.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's the SCX30, and like, granted, this has absolutely nothing done to it. It is bone stock.
Now, when you're out there taking
But
pictures of them, man, that's got to the sizes have got to make it more difficult when you're trying to frame them up and make them look good on camera.
sometimes, yeah. Not always, but sometimes, yeah. Because like it's a matter of getting like the right angle and everything. I've actually seen some pictures of the SCX30 where it's just kind of like that looks bigger than what it actually is. Why? And I'm like, yeah, I need somebody to like do a picture to show just how small it truly is. I'm gonna be doing a picture probably after I'm done with after our chat tonight. I'm gonna be doing one where I'm gonna be posting it up next to a can of Twisted Tea. Everybody knows how big that is.
Yeah, right. Man,
So it's like
so what you mentioned, you said like, there was a class C, is that what you said, or class B? Is that right? Or did you one or
Oh,
three? You use numbers. So what's the difference between the classifications?
okay. So you have three different classes. You have class one, class two, and class three. So let me pull up the actual Storka live rules because those have actually changed very recently. And I know I had it bookmarked, but they actually keep those. They actually keep those updated, and it has been. Let's see. So Geisha Racing. Yep, right here. I'll pull it up according to definitions because I don't have it memorized by heart. I honestly don't always like. I don't really compete all too often. I I'll try my hand at it because why not? But it is just something that I would rather just have a little bit of fun, just goof off and just go crawl. So here's where you have your according to the Sorka living rules. This is the latest revision. Is your class one is your typical daily driver with a typically recognized body style that is complete in chassis, form, and structure. So basically, if you were to take the 10.2 that I just showed you and make it a little less, a little smaller, then basically make it look like something that could be driven on road. Essentially, that'd be what you'd be looking at. So let's see here, because there's literally a class two. Class 2 is your modified truck or 4x4 purpose-built for heavy off-road use, typically using recognized body style that has possibly undergone modifications and customization in chassis form and structure to achieve this. That was technically what would be the both the Jeep Wrangler as well as the Grand Cherokee. Then Class 3, this is it's your all-out rock crawling machine, often built from the ground up, custom tube chassis or highly modified vehicle that is purpose-built for nothing except rock crawling. Those are like they get absolutely wild. They tend to be very narrow, very, very flat. I'd actually shared a couple pictures not too long ago of finding I came across a hobby shop and I can't for the life of me I can't remember exactly where it was, but they had a couple actually did have a couple chassis that were definitely in the class 3 category. Actually, I think all of them were in the class 3 category. Um, but one thing I've noticed and like kind of where that makes a difference is that a lot of your comp courses for crawling tend to be more geared towards class 3. You just, it's utilizing like really, really just steep rocks that you're going to do better off if you have a class 3 rig as opposed to a class 2 or even a class 1. It's it's stuff that's basically going to really test your chassis and your ability to drive it.
Gotcha. So, so you said you guys compete. You said once every 3 months. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
All
like
right.
once every 3 to 4 months.
That's for the drifting side. You got to
Yes.
get us a date, man, so we could come out there and really catch you in your element, sort of.
Yeah,
What other
absolutely.
people, what else is cool is you don't just do. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I know you photograph all the way up to
Yeah.
real life drifters. Like I know
Yes.
you go out to the real life drift. Do you drive the real life drifting cars too, or?
No. So I've actually so me just being a goofball, I did ask permission, like basically saying like, "Hey, if somebody wants to let me try driving your car this summer, you want to let me do it?" And I had a couple people that were like, "Yeah, hey, sure, why not?" I'm like, "Okay." So I actually have drifted once before. I drove my buddy Scott's car, and the joke is that basically I welded his clutch. He had a very interesting clutch that, dude, I don't know, man. Like it's just straight up like They were like, they had the car up on jack stands, they had the transmission dropped, and they were like sitting there like literally chiseling away to separate the clutch from the flywheel. And I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, it kept stalling out on me in first gear. Like, that's the thing that's like that made absolutely no sense. I'm just kind of like, just like my buddy's like, "Are you sure you just don't suck at driving manual?" I was like, I have not had any problems with any other manual except for this one. Your car.
Yeah, that's the thing about clutches, man. You could get two cars. You could have two Honda Civics right next to each other, both with 4 speeds, and both clutches will work different because of the way it's been driven. Yeah, yeah. But hey, man, you've taken some great pictures out there, doing the drifting events, that's for sure. And gotten some pretty good video too.
Appreciate that. I don't really do the video all too often. So today I did. I was actually recording a like an unboxing video and just kind of review and everything. So I kind of drew inspiration from there's a guy on YouTube. He goes by 24 Yep, and he mostly does 1/24th scale crawlers. And the thing he does is called roasting rigs. I I'm in love with it. People send him like their crawlers from like all over the place, and he'll like take them onto this thing called the Drunken Frog, and he runs them up this like really tricky line, and it's just it's so much fun just watching it. And then he'll do stuff that's like actually like super cool. That those one what was it? One video he did where basically he's like, this one kid sent him this crawler. And he said, "Oh, I call it the Joker because it even surprises me." And it's like, this thing's terrible. We're gonna build you one that's actually good. So, and everybody, literally, just everybody in the community kind of came together. And I even tried shooting them a message that, "Hey, I'd like to buy something to, go towards this crawler. What can I buy?" He goes, "I appreciate it, but everybody already bought everything." And I'm like, what? So yeah, seeing stuff like that happen is super cool. I do love the sense of community and everything. So
Sounds like there's some good community going on there. Now I know there's an RC track down in Lordstown. Have you been down by Duck Creek? I don't know. I drove by it a whole bunch of times, and I always meant to see it, but it seemed like it was the kind of place that was only open like every other week on the weekends, so I never got to go in there and check it out. But
it was down towards Lordstown.
Yeah. It was over in I guess, is that Lordstown? What's over that way? It wasn't Lordstown proper. I want to say it was out it was out just on the other side of Lordstown, past Duck Creek Road. I don't know if you know that area at all.
Can't say I do. I'm like,
but yeah, there is a RC place out there, or at least I think there used to be. There was. I used to drive by it all the time. But every time I went to go check it out, it wasn't open because it was during the week, and the guy only opened the place like every other weekend on the weekends.
yeah. Sometimes it's kind of a hit or miss. Like there's been a couple places that have unfortunately have gone under, or it's like I've only been to one once, and then like, hey, we should go there again. Hey, I can't find it. Whatever happened to it? And it's just like, poof, gone. It's like, but did this place actually exist? You know? Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, you're lucky you get a good hobby store to work out of. When it comes to RC cars, that kind of stuff, like trains, all that, we don't have anything out here like that. We have to go to where you're at or to Erie.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to run a brick and mortar anything anymore, and hobby stores are really, really, really like taking a beating from the online.
Yeah, and especially like, go ahead.
Stuff going on.
Sorry.
Let's look at the future. What kinds of events can you look forward to? What do you got for kids?
Oh man, so let's see. There's always something on the RC 440. That's like for that's like kind of almost anything, but like we're almost always finding something for like crawling. Let me
So
see if
RC
there's
four
an
four zero
event for
is that a RC 440? Is that sort of like the website for RC guys around here?
there is well there's one on that's the one that's on what's it called? That's on Facebook,
Okay.
but there's another event. Yeah, so but it's RC 4408. So it's RC 440, but so they're constantly posting like something to be like, hey, let's have like a meetup and like go to this. There is an event called Beat the Creek. I'm trying to look up information on that really quick, see if there's anything. Okay, so this takes place in Maysville, Kentucky. Right now, Beat the Creek 2026 is May 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. And yeah, it's apparently that's actually one of the big ones. Um, yeah, right, right. Let's see. There's another one. Now this one I absolutely want to go. I 100% want to get out to. Um, this is in California though, but there is an event. It is yeah, it is massive. It is called Proline by the Fire. Oh, just a little bit. Get there in a day or two. So Proline by the Fire 2025. The actual event took place October 9th through the 11th at Horseman Center Park in Apple Valley, California. And it's not just crawlers though. It's like you have your bashers, you have your RC dirt bikes, you have um like your kind of quote unquote short courses, so like the actual like dirt racers and everything. But the kind of one of the big draws is the crawler spot. They even have like a small like city set up where it's like it looks like a city. It's literally a scale city, and it's it's incredible. I keep seeing pictures, video, and like that actually just started up. I want to say maybe 2 years ago now, and I, you know what? If you like scale detail like me, it's you say what? Yeah, yeah. You can literally just like drive through like the little city and everything. Well, drive the crawlers through, and like this like they have everything set up so it's like beautiful scenic stuff, and if you park it right, if your crawler looks right, and you get the right angle, it looks real. Like you look like you could literally walk up to it. They have like, a gas station, even though you're not going to use it, but just everything is just. But yeah, no, it's a good time. It looks like a good time, and I really want to get out there. Oh, let's see. I want to say so. I think we are actually like, waiting for Super G to announce when the I'm trying to think, when the next Super Drift competition is going to be taking place. As of right now, I don't know. There is a place called Rocky Top, yeah, Rocky Top RC. They are holding competitions fairly regularly, and they are located in, as soon as I can find it, Columbiana, Ohio. No, not at all. It's like for me, it's about an hour and a half. Thinking about going there actually Monday. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, thinking about
Say something. All right, I got my audio here. Yeah, I just lost both of your mics for some reason.
I don't know why. Let's see.
Oh,
We're back.
I'm back.
yep. I
Okay.
don't know why it did that. This thing
Yeah.
never turned off. Was your mic dead?
Yeah, it's getting close.
Rikus, what's yours at?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh,
All right, so hey, let's real quick here. Hey, how people getting a hold of you?
shoot.
But yeah, no,
Did it do it again?
No. Okay, you're still good. You're still
All right,
good.
we're our mics are low power here. Wait, I can
Yep.
plug my.
Yeah, I can't.
I try plugging it back in, see what happens.
Yeah.
A little bit of technical difficulties. Yep, there you go.
All right.
Right.
I'm close to being dead.
Let's go ahead and we'll wrap it up here. Brian, if people want to get a hold of you and learn more about RC drifting, colors, the way to get a hold of you.
Yeah, so feel free to shoot me a message on my personal Facebook. I kind of check to see if I got anything like almost daily from like, messages from people you may know or people, or even in the spam folder. You can always, if it really comes down to it, you want to like come check out up at the HobbyTown by me, just go ahead and look up the Cleveland to HobbyTown. It'll pull you to the one that's in Menor. Anytime that you want to reach out, like get a hold of them, if you speak to Jay, Jay's super cool. He's not there on Fridays though, but um, yeah, he's actually a super cool dude. He can always point you in any direction you might want to go. He doesn't do just RCs, mind you, as well. They also do have they have stuff for like Magic the Gathering, D&D, model trains, model boats, like actual models. So it's literally it's sort of a jack of all trade hobby store, but it is mostly RC honestly as far as like the people that go and partake. But yeah, you can find pretty much anything. Yeah, it looks like
All right.
left run.
No. Yeah, so just hang out for a minute here and we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So hey, just
Sure.
right here we got this mug. Obviously, we're giving away this mug to our 100th subscriber on YouTube. And we also have this shirt right here. Captain's Comic t-shirt. We're giving that away to the 100th
Nice.
subscriber too. Get that any size, any color. And this is from my amateur radio show that I do every Wednesday night. So we'll give one of those away to everybody. And then we also have our website that is up and running and going pretty smooth. So that's ashtabulahobbytalk.com. Come sign up, check us out, and we'll get everything going. And Ko-fi, yeah, don't forget, we have a Ko-fi account too. You go onto our website, it'll pop right up. It'll say support us. Just click on that. Send us a donation. Keep us going. And Brian, thank you again for coming out. Really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right. Hobby on. We had a battery issue on the one microphone.